Hello. Am I audible to all of you? Hello. 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 Is my voice is clear? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
So very good afternoon to all of you. First of all, तुम लोग कैसे हो? ठीक हो ना? और ज्यादा बाहर मत निकलो, ठीक है? और take care of you, yourself and your family also in this critical situation. Okay. So very good afternoon to all of you. We are today in the previous day we computed in the y parameter of the two-port network, right? Hello. Yes or no? In the previous day, what experiment we have done? This is पिछले दिन क्या हुआ था? Y parameter, right? Hello. अमन पिछले दिन क्या हुआ था? Hello. Aman, are you there? Aman? Ankita? Ankita, are you there or not?
Yes, sir.
पिछले दिन क्या हुआ था? हम लोग क्या किए थे? What experiment we have already done in the previous class? I think what is y parameter, right? Yes or no? Please tell me. Confirm me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Y parameter.
So previous day we computed the y parameter, okay, and not only the y parameter of two-port network, we in the also the previous day we computed the z parameter. There are two parameters are we have to compute it. That is h parameter and ABCD hybrid parameter. ABCD parameter, right? I think in the theory class already already tell you about the theory. So today we will going to perform the h parameter. Okay. So in the h parameter, listen to me very carefully. In the h parameter, तुम लोग बता सकते हो h parameter में हम लोग को कौन सा वैल्यू को डिटरमाइन करना होगा? Which value we are going to determine with the help of h parameter? Can you tell me? Anyone? Let's say one parameter is the h11. We have to find out the h11, h21, h12 and h2. Okay. First, let me switch on my mobile camera. Please wait, so that I can show you the manual. Okay. Is my mobile camera visible to all of you? Hello. Is my mobile camera is visible to all of you?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay. So today we are going to perform the h parameter. Okay. First, we discuss about some theory. Okay. So in the h parameter, we must determine the four values. Our aim is to determine the four values, that is h11, h21, h12, and h22. Okay. For determining these four parameter values, we must first make v2 equal to 0, and then the second condition is we must fulfill for determining these four values. For determining h11, h21, h12 and h22, we must satisfy two conditions, and that is v2, we must make v2 equal to 0, because when we make v2 equal to 0, then only we can get h11 and h21. When v2 equal to 0, there are four in the two-port network, there are four values there, I1 V1 and I2 V2, right? In the input side we can get easily in the input side, in the any network, in the two-port network, in the input side, we easily determine V1 and I1, that is input voltage and input current, and in the output, we can easily find out V2 and I2. Okay, so when the first condition we satisfy that V2 equal to 0, that means we in our hand we have rest of three values, that is V1, I1 and I2. When we get V1, I1 and I2, then easily we put the V1, I1 and I2 in the equation of H11 and H21, then we can easily get the value of H11 and H21. Right here, we must shorten the output. Here, first two places. First two when we provide H1 and H21. And again, when we can find out, we want to find out H12 and H22, then we must satisfy the condition that is I1 equal to 0. When we make I1 equal to 0, then we can easily find out the value of I2, V1 and V2. When we put the value of I2, V1 and V2 in the equation of H12 and H22, then we can easily find out the value of H12 and H22, right? Till now, any doubt? If you have any doubt, then you can ask me. So I think till now here our aim is to find out H11, H21, H12 and H22 and satisfy the two conditions V2 equal to 0 for these two and for last two I1 equal to 0. Okay. So this is our aim to find out these four values. Now come to the circuit diagram. Okay. So in the circuit diagram, this is the two-port network circuit. Okay. In the two-port network circuit, please listen to me and see the indication very carefully. These three resistance is there: 10 kilo ohm, 10 kilo ohm, 10 kilo ohm. These three resistance, with the help of these three resistance, we make our two-port network very easily. This is the input part, this is the output part. Okay, and this is the resistance. Okay. So first condition, we have to make V2 equal to 0. So when we want to make V2 equal to 0, then what we should do? When we make V2 equal to 0, this is our three resistance R1, R2 and R3. The value is 10 kilo ohm each. When we want to V2 equal to 0, then what we can do? हम लोग पहले सोर्स के साथ जब हम लोगों को V2 equal to 0 करना है, तो हम लोग को सोर्स के साथ इनपुट को कनेक्ट करना होगा. Source is 10 volt DC. Here source is 10 volt DC and one regulator is there. With the help of regulator, we can increase or decrease the voltage. So in the input side, this is our two-port network, R1, R2 and R3. With the combination of these three resistors, we make the two-port network here. This is the input side and this is the output side. In the input side, we give, this is the circuit, main circuit. We give this circuit two-port network supply. In the input side, when we want to make V2 equal to 0, then we give supply to the input. Okay, and in the between, we add a ammeter in the series. So this ammeter showing the reading of I1, and also parallelly we connect a voltmeter so that we find out the V1 input voltage, input current, input voltage, and in the output we just short the terminal with the help of through a ammeter. Through a ammeter we short the output. This is the short output is shorted. Here output is shorted through a ammeter. Here we connect the ammeter because we want to know the output of short circuit current. So here, when you make the V2 equal to 0, then we get V1, I1 and V2, I2. V1, I1 and I2. Okay, that is the circuit for when we want to make the V2 equal to 0. And when we make V2 equal to 0, when we design this circuit in our given experimental panel later, then we can easily find out the I1, I2 and V1. And when we get this value, we just put three value here. V1, I1 and I2 when V2 equal to 0. Then we can easily find out the value of H1 or H1. Very easy, no doubt. And the next condition is what is I1 equal to 0. I1 equal to 0. Now let's discuss about when we design the circuit in such a way that I1 equal to 0. So when we design the circuit in such a way, we make the circuit I1 equal to 0, current equal to 0. Then this is our resistance. With the help of the resistance, we make the two-port network, and in the input side, you can clearly see input is open circuit. जब हम लोग I1 को 0 रखेंगे, सेकेंड कंडीशन, तो इनपुट को क्या करेंगे हम लोग ओपन रखेंगे. Our input is open. We just connect a voltmeter in parallel because we want to know the open circuit voltage. And in the output में ये चीज बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. In the output में हम लोग जो सोर्स, ये जो सोर्स था जो इनपुट पे कनेक्टेड था, जब VO2 equal to 0 कंडीशन सेटिस्फाई कर रहा है, जब हम लोग I1 equal to 0 करेंगे, बोले इनपुट साइड को हम लोग क्या करेंगे, ओपन सर्किट करेंगे, तो सप्लाई वोल्टेज को हम लोग आउटपुट के साथ कनेक्टेड कर देंगे. दिस साइड इज ऑलवेज इनपुट साइड, दिस साइड इज ऑलवेज आउटपुट साइड. जब हम लोग I1 equal to 3 कंडीशन को सेटिस्फाई करना है, we want to satisfy this condition, then we must give the source connected with the output. ये देखो सोर्स, देखो आउटपुट से कनेक्टेड है 10 वोल्ट. And in the output also we connect a voltmeter so that we can find out the V2. And also when we connecting the source in the output of this circuit, then we also connect the ammeter to it in the series. So we can easily find out the I2. So we can get V2 and I2 from both this voltmeter and ammeter. Okay. And in the input side, in parallel, we connect a voltmeter so that we can find out the open circuit voltage. So in the second circuit, we find out three things. There are three things we can find out. One is V1, V2 and I2, right? When we get V1, V2 and I2, we just put the V1, V2 and I2 in this H12 and H22 formula equation so that we can find out H1 and H2. So this is our today's experiment. After the theory, we go to our trainer field and find out the following, the value, fulfill the condition V2 equal to 0 and I1 equal to 0 separately, and take the reading. Till now, is any doubt you have, then you can ask me, or otherwise we will go to our trainer field for the practical experiment. If there is any doubt, hello, please tell me. Abid Hussain, is there any doubt? Abid? Hello Abid, are you there? Abid, are you there or not? Akash Kumar. Akash, any doubt?
Yes, sir.
Akash, any doubt till now?
No, sir.
So we can move to the
No, sir.
trainer. Okay. Okay. Now go to our trainer. We design this circuit in our trainer kit and we find out the reading. Okay. First I write down all the equations so that we can take the reading very easy. Okay. So first is H11. Please tell me so that I can write here. First is H1. Okay. V1 by I1. The condition is V2 equal to 0. Second is H21 I2 by I1 and V2. Third is H12. Okay. V1 by V2 and I1 equal to 0. And next is H22. I2 by V2 and I1 equal to 0. Okay. Now we just find out the value in our hierarchy and put the value here. Okay. So go to the hierarchy. First time remove all the connected circuit. Previously we already done Z and Y parameter. Today we will perform H parameter. Okay. And there are only one in the input network, one experiment is left, that is ABCD parameter. Tomorrow, the next class we will perform ABCD parameter. So, this is our circuit. I think circuit is clear to you now. Three resistance is there, R1, R2, and R3. Is the circuit is visible to you? Hello, is the circuit is visible? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this circuit R1, R2, R3, three resistance are there, and the rating is 10 kilo ohm each. Okay, this is the input side of the circuit. This is the input side. Okay, input side and output. Okay. And in the energy also there is two circuits there. You can connect two circuits together, no problem. And also for your from the lab, you can easily change the resistance according to your need. Yeah, that's why many resistance are there. Not only you can replace this 10 kilo ohm to 10 ohm, 100 ohm, 150 ohm, 220 ohm. So according to your need, you can change, you can vary, you can experiment this thing. This is the input terminal where you have to make voltage DC is rated, and this is the knob regulator. This is the regulator there. Using this regulator, I can easily write the voltage from the regulator. With the output, the terminal is there. So first we connect this circuit. How? Okay, first we connect this circuit and we find out the value of this H11 and H21 when V2 equal to 0. And for this we make this circuit. Okay. तो फर्स्ट हमें क्या करना होगा, फर्स्ट इस सोर्स से उसके साथ इनपुट को कनेक्ट करना है, और जब ये इनपुट को सोर्स के साथ इनपुट को कनेक्टेड करेंगे सर्किट का, तब थ्रू एलिमेंट source to the source, first we connect the source to the input, right? Hello, source to the input, source input के साथ कनेक्शन करना होगा, ये एडिटर हम लोग करेंगे, so that we can find out the value, because here also I have images. So and here also 4 meter is there. You already know in the previous class. We already discussed. In the left hand side, 2 meter, top and bottom. This is the voltmeter, and the right hand side, 2 meter is there, top and bottom. The reading is showing by the antenna milliampere. The here is reading showing by the antenna milliampere, and it is showing by the voltmeter is volt. So we just connect source to the circuit here. You are there. You are there. Just connect the source to the circuit. We connect source to the top side and the bottom side. You connect the input source to the input, and you want to know the voltage V1. So we connect the voltmeter. We just connect the voltmeter. So that you can find out the voltage. Input voltage V1 and I1. Both is connected. आउटपुट साइड क्या होगा? आउटपुट साइड में मैंने क्या बोला था? शॉर्ट होगा। आउटपुट साइड में शॉर्ट होगा। क्लियर है? ये कनेक्ट आउटपुट शॉर्ट कर सकते हैं, ऐसे शॉर्ट कर सकते हैं। एक जो हमें मेरे पास वायर है उससे शॉर्ट कर सकते हैं। अगर यू वांट टू नो दैट हमें ऐसे शॉर्ट कर सकते हैं, कोई गलती नहीं है। अगर यू वांट टू नो द वैल्यू ऑफ I2 output correct I2. That's why we just the time is running out. If the meeting is off or then please join the meeting. So correct the output here. ज़्यादा करेंगे just let it output to the output sorry input में सोर्स के साथ मैंने सोर्स के साथ मैंने सर्किट कनेक्ट कर दिया टू एमीटर दिस इज शोइंग I1 दिस इज शोइंग I2 शोइंग ओके now from the power supply then regulate the voltage to the using this regulator we can reduce the voltage input voltage to the input. Input 10 volt आया तो please tell me the reading. अच्छा एक चीज इधर पर मिसिंग है, तुम्हें पता तो क्या मिसिंग है? इस सर्किट में एक चीज गलत हुआ है, एक चीज नहीं मिसिंग है, नॉट रॉन्ग, पर एक चीज मिसिंग है। क्या मिसिंग है? एक टर्मिनल कनेक्ट करना बाकी है, ये दो टर्मिनल, इसको अगर नहीं करेंगे तो सर्किट इनकम्प्लीट रहेगा। तो the input voltage is 10 volt. Please tell me the reading so that I can write here. Okay. So please tell me the reading. What is the value of V1? What is the value of V1? Hello?
10.04%.
Okay. Value of V1 is 10. 10.0. And what is the value of I1? What is the value of I1?
0.6.
Milliampere. 0.6 milliampere. Okay. I1 is, if I say that I is 0.6 milliampere. And what is the value of I2? What is the value of I2? Please tell me. So that I can write.
0.3.
Okay. The value of I2 is 0.3 milliampere and I1 is 0. So here this is equal to 0, we just calculate the thing. Milliampere to ampere, it becomes -3, right? We have to multiply 10, into minus. Okay. You just calculate these things. Time is running out. Okay. So time is running out. If the liquid is off automatically, it will join again. It is the same name.